Well, we finally made it. In the year when Advent is really the longest it can be, a full 4 weeks, we have now come to the end of Advent and are right on the eve of Christmas. I hope you've enjoyed, if you've had the opportunity to, use our Living Well Through Advent 2021, practicing patience with all your heart, soul, strength, and mind. It's been a great companion along this journey to Bethlehem, and I'd just like to share with you an excerpt of the last day of Advent that this devotional speaks to. So even though this is airing on the 22nd of December, I'm going to read to you in anticipation of the 23rd. This is the last installment, the fourth week of Advent. It does have readings for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, but this is the last one for Advent. Just a short excerpt. It is not unusual to struggle with unrealistic expectations this time of year. Maybe this holiday season isn't going as we expected. It is easy to get fooled by social media posts that show everyone else having the perfect Christmas. Naming and letting go of any unrealistic expectations can help us reconnect with the spiritual meaning of Advent and Christmas, something the dominant culture around us often fails to understand. Mary and Joseph undoubtedly had expectations for how their lives would unfold, and it is safe to say that they could never have expected what happened to them. And yet, this week's Bible stories tell of how they let go of their expectations and learn to trust God in a whole new way. May we be inspired by these stories and do the same. That is the lesson it seems like we hear every year. Even from our childhood, I know we had to adjust our expectations for how Christmas morning might actually go, or Christmas Eve, or any of the other fun activities or gatherings that you might be a part of. But sometimes I know the expectations that are heaped upon us by the dominant culture or other people, or even the ones we build up in ourselves, can help us leave us wondering why we might not be feeling all the joy that seems to be expected of us in this season. And I would say that is one element that is not unrealistic, the expectation of joy. It may be hard to find it, but if you are able, if I am able, if we are able to tap into that true meaning, the essence of God's love for us and this special gift of our Savior Jesus Christ, then how can we not understand a bit of that joy that is such an integral part of this time of year? So I hope and pray that as this season of Advent comes to a close, and as we are ready to usher in those 12 days of Christmas, and then anticipating the season of Epiphany, all part of this incarnational cycle, that you will find opportunities to rediscover joy. Maybe that's a reset we need to do every morning or every evening or throughout the day. So I invite you to come and experience some of the joy that we will be spreading here at the Episcopal Church of the Advent on Christmas Eve. Come to one of our 3 Christmas Eve services. One starts at 4 o'clock with a half an hour of music, followed by the liturgy at 4:30. And then we have music that starts at 6:30 and goes until 7 when our liturgy will begin. And then finally the third service on Christmas Eve with music starting at 10:30 and the liturgy starting at 11. And a special treat for that third service, we're going to welcome back a bit of incense, a bit of that reminder of the essence of the saints' prayers as they are spoken here and rising to heaven as incense, as the book of Revelation tells us. So I hope and pray that as this season of Advent, this season of expectation and of patience has been enriching for you, and that the season of joy that Christmas is will come to you in all of its fullness. Thank you for being a part of this Advent journey, and I look forward to continuing our earthly pilgrimage through Christmas and Epiphany and beyond. Thanks be to God, and remember that you are loved